We did want to talk a little bit about UFC that happened this weekend, one of their big pay-per-view moments, and it was filled with a lot of A-list celebrities, whether that was Mel Gibson or whether that was Mark Wahlberg, and of course,
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. He doesn't like we say Fieri. Fieri.
Oh, Fieri.
Yeah, like Fieri, but it's spelled like Fieri.
It's fine.
But all of them there, Theo Von, Shane Gillis, all the comedians.
A lot of
obviously
NFL.
Rogan. There's always big celebrity moments, and you've seen now President Trump show up at these events over the last few years. I mean, he's obviously a big fight fan, whether that is, Endeavor now owns UFC and the WWE. He's obviously connected to the McMahon family. Always had some love for combat sports, if you will. But you never know in these kind of arenas when you're in a crowd, you're in Las Vegas, you know how it's going to go over. And I told you this, I texted you this, and it's one of those moments where I'm reminded of, and I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here, but I'm reminded of the moment of Trump coming down the escalator. And there was a moment I was watching that happen, and I said, this guy's going to win.
Yeah.
And I felt, look, I don't care if you're for him or against him. I had that feeling then. I had that feeling also watching the video of Dana White leading Trump out, and then to see the social reaction, to see all of the celebrities posting their pictures with Donald Trump, seeing this almost as if this felt like a tide-turning moment in a way that...
You're not afraid to post your photo with Donald Trump anymore.
Right, and that's pretty wild.
That's new.
Yeah.
Because remember, that was banned. You couldn't even say Trump on social media just a few months ago, right before he announced his campaign. Do we have any of the... Because, again... Our colleague Rick Riddell was there.
Rick was there for sure.
Rick does a lot of UFC. Now, the first time he really did this since the campaign launch was in Miami, and I thought, okay, that's Florida. We know that's a very positive, pro-Trump. Miami's the only big city that has a Republican mayor. It's so I wasn't surprised there that he got a huge reaction in Florida. But going back to the Vegas usual UFC, this is the normal place they host the specials.
Yeah,
right?
T-Mobile Arena, I believe.
By the way, you got to love ESPN, ABC, and Disney. They got to love this, right? The crowd reaction from already a pumped-up crowd to just what happened is pretty amazing.
Everyone is cheering.
Yeah, they know booze.
The announcers are not like the polar. You usually would hear that. I remember being at the national championship game, and they were like, you can hear there are pockets of booze. That wasn't this moment. I really did feel that. And look, as someone who was always excited for the political season coming up and campaigns and debates and all that, it feels pretty undeniable. And it's hard to watch that and not see it. And I'm saying now for the first time, which I was certainly the person going, I think he's going to get the nomination. I think that's going to be very hard to derail at this point. But this felt like a moment of, he may win.
Because these voters, these are not traditional voters.
No, these are, I think, if you get that sort of Rogan base, who I don't even think maybe vote in the last few elections. If you can activate that, that's tens of millions of people. I don't think people understand the size of what we're talking about here when you talk about these broadcasters and podcasters.
And when you get deep in, like I've started to, I mean, it is a big world. Yes. And it's a very safe, it's so funny to say this, it's a safe world for all of us. There's no woke. Woke has gone to die there a long time ago.
Certainly the UFC is not like that. And even if you're a more liberal person,
you still don't have to feel like you're going to get in trouble for what you say.
No, it's fighting has always been that way. It's very uncensored. It's pay-per-view. It's no FCC regulations, no regulations at all, no sponsorship really regulations a lot of times. These guys are professional athletes and are allowed to say what they feel. And there's always been sort of this undercurrent of sort of patriotic conservatism that's kind of run through the UFC. Same with the WWE. Even if the wrestlers themselves or the fighters themselves aren't, it's part of the DNA.
They all want to go meet him, though. They were like hopping over the octagon.
To me, the wild part. Wild part was how many people posted pictures with him and all of that.
Jumping over the octagon to shake his hand, get a photo with him, like right before their fight.